See, if you are going to do anything in the field of engineering, or to a huge extent management, or in the field of like scientific, like physics, chemistry, biology, you are going to need a traditional education. That's no brainer. These careers have been over there for hundreds and hundreds of years, so you're going to need a traditional education. Anything else, it depends completely on that particular industry. If you want to become a fashion designer, there has been education over there as well, and it is still going on. That will definitely give you a structure. One thing that people do not understand: why should I go to college? Those professors are not well accomplished. Or Andrew Tate is going to say, oh, those professors don't drive the cars that you want to drive. Okay, not going to get into that whole domain. We do not go to college to get professors who we are going to love the way they teach and understand things practically the way that we are going to apply in classes. That's not the point of it. The main point of college is to get a goddamn degree. When you're going to understand this, no matter what you do, be the rebel that you want, go on stage and shout about it, companies are going to ask for your degrees. Now, I know that there was time when even top companies like IT companies were asking for degrees. Like, you cannot do that. That is something that we discussed with Aditya. Yeah, he went to US to get a degree in something related to cybersecurity, just because companies, big giant companies, were not giving him job, even though he was already working as a professional hacker for a long time. But now things are changing. Now a lot of companies will give you a job based on just your qualification. There are so many online courses. I get the point, but you will have to consider what college gives you. It gives you an environment, and it gives you a degree. And if you do not need any of those in your career, for example, if you want to become what do you say, a writer, right? If you want to become a writer, any kind of writing, you want to write fiction, you want to write novels, you want to write scripts for movies, you don't need a degree, right? You do not need to be an English major for that. So you need to start writing, start making vlogs, not blogs with a V, start making blogs with a B, and start reaching out people. Study how writers write their scripts and books. You will have to invest time in that. But meanwhile, what are you going to do? Because I've been writing a book and it has been 4 years and it is still in like 7 drafts, and I need 1 or 2 more drafts. What are you going to do in the meanwhile? You do not write a book in 6 months. So you need some employment. So that's the need for which you are going to get a job. And for that, you are going to need to get into some traditional career so that you sustain yourself until unless you have like a adopted wealth. Even if you have adopted wealth, that wealth is going to go away. That is how money works. Money does not work in a way that if you have a lot of money, you're going to be happy and you're going to be able to do anything. Money works in a way that it is going to be with you only if you know how to use it. So that is why I can have just 1,000 rupees and I can use it better than you. Even if you have 10,000 rupees, you're going to go broke in just 1 month or so because you do not know how to use it. So it only ultimately comes down to how you develop your career and how you become the master of the skill in which you are trying to grow. And for that, you might need college, you might not. You might need a job, you might not. But do not just listen to people randomly. Okay, that XYZ dropped out, so that is how it is going to work out for me. If you go to college, you're not going to learn anything. That's what we accept. All the mechanical engineering that I learned, I did not learn anything in the college classrooms. No, sir. I read books for hours and hours in the library. I watched NPTEL lectures. I discussed it with friends. I did everything else that can teach me mechanical engineering, but the only thing that did not teach me that were the classrooms. And in a same manner, you can go for the job. The only reason, just like the only reason we join college is a degree, The only reason we join a job is the month and salary. It's as simple as that. If you are too lucky, like I was when I got into Indian Space Research Organization, I'm growing in that career. I'm loving what I'm doing, and I'm getting the experience that very few people in this world get. And those are the jobs that are worth pursuing. But ultimately, most of the job, 90% of the job, are only there for the paycheck. So what are you going to do now? You're going to do two things: save money, save time. Simple as that. You save money, you accumulate that, or you invest that, and you save time and you invest that time. You cannot accumulate time, unfortunately, but you're going to invest that time into whatever you're going to do after you quit your job, or while you're having that job. What are you going to do with that time to create a income source or connections which are going to help you to have better career after you quit your job? That's the whole mindset that you need to get into. Understand why we are with this. Do not go to get college. We do not go to college to get knowledge. We do not go to job to like love what we do. We go for a degree, we go for money, and then we invest our time into where we want to go. It's a very independent journey, and you're not supposed to sit in a class with 50 students, do what everyone else is doing, and expect your life to be amazing once you graduate.